Good morning. This is News Channel. Today's top news headlines. Supreme Court upholds Center's 10% quota to EWS. Ban set aside 50% cap on reservation. A divided Supreme Court on Monday upheld the Center's 10% reservation for economically weaker sections (EWS) in admission in educational institute and government jobs. The five-judge bench gave a 3-2 majority decision which sets aside that 50% quota limit fixed under the Mandal Commission judgment. Interestingly, Chief Justice U. Uddalit concerned with the dissent Justice S. Ravinder Bhatt, who opposed excluding the poor from the SC/ST or OBC communities from the EWS quota. Justice Dinesh Maheshwari, Bela M. Trivedi and J.P. Padiwala upheld the EWS quota pressed through 103 third constitutional amendment in 2020. The bench, headed by the Chief Justice, delivered for judgment on 14 petitions against the amendment that was passed after the Centre decided a grant quota to the economical marginalized sections. The majority judgment said that treating EWS as the separate category is responsible classifications and the 50% ceiling on the total reservation under the Mandal judgment is not inflexible. Justice Maheshwari, who read the judgment of himself, said the 103rd constitutional amendment cannot be said to breach of basic structures of the constitutions. He said reservation in the instrument of affirmative action so as to ensure in all inclusive march toward the goal of the integration society. It is the mean of inclusion of any class and section so disadvantage. Reservation in instrument to affirmative actions by the state so as to ensure an all-inclusive approach. It is an instrument not only for the inclusions of social and educational backward classes. Reservation for the EWS does not violate basic structures on account of 50% ceiling limit because ceiling limit is not inflexible. Justice Maheshwari, who was called upon to pronounce the preventive part of his judgment, first said, Delhi schools government office to reopen as air quality index improves. BS3 petrol, BS4 diesel vehicle still face grave crops. The Delhi government on Monday decided to reopen primary school classes from November 9 and revoke the order asking 50% of its staff to work from home in view of improvement in the city's air quality. However, playing of BS3 petrol and BS4 diesel four-wheeler in Delhi will remain banned under stage 3 of the Granted Response Actions Plan. Grave Corp under stage 4 of the Grave to check resigning air pollutions were lifted in Delhi on Monday, lifted by the Delhi government and a day after the Commission for Air Quality Management asked for its citing improvement in air quality which have been in the very poor category since Saturday. After a high-level meeting following the CAQMS order, Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai said the primary school will reopen on November 9 and outdoor activities are once again permitted within the school. The ban on vehicle enter Delhi has now been lifted. The Delhi's government office can now open to their full capacity. However, the restrictions imposed under grave threat and the ban on private construction and demolitions operations will remain in place. The school principals have welcomed the Delhi government's decisions to restart primary classes. Big relief to soren in mining lease row. Supreme Court law appeal of Jharkhand government soren nixes High Court order. In a big relief to Jharkhand's Chief Minister Hemant Soren, the Supreme Court on Monday allowed to the appeal filed by him and the state government against a High Court order accepting the maintainability to PILS for the probe in the mining lease issues. The top court also set aside the Jharkhand High Court June 3rd order. Satyamev Jayate tweeted Soren after the Supreme Court's ruling. We have allowed these two appeals and have set aside the June 3rd, 2022 orders passed by the Jharkhand High Court holding that these PRELS were not maintainable. The bench, comprising Chief Justice U. Lalit and Justice S.R. Bhatt and Sundhu Dholia, the apex court had earlier retained the High Court from proceeding with the PILS seeking a probe against Soren in the mining lease issue. Senior advocate Kapil Sibal, appearing from the state government, had earlier submitted that the High Court had decided on maintainabilities even before all documents were placed before it.